Have you ever wondered how some people seem to build wealth without showing it off? What if I told you that you don't have to be a celebrity or a tech mogul to become a millionaire? In fact, some of the richest people live right next door, blending in with the rest of us. They're not driving flashy cars or wearing designer clothes. In today's video, I'm going to share 10 life-changing lessons from the Millionaire Next Door that everyday people like you and I have used to build wealth quietly. So whether you're just starting to take control of your finances or you've been at it for a while and need some fresh perspective, this video will give you the tools to stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building wealth without the keeping up with the Joneses mindset. If you're ready to learn what millionaires know that most people don't, stick around. Alright, let's start with the first lesson. Live below your means. Now I know this sounds like something your parents probably told you at some point, but here's the thing. Most people don't actually follow it. Simply put, it's about spending less money than you earn. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure to buy the latest phone, drive a fancy car, or move into a bigger house just because everyone else seems to be doing it. But here's the truth, millionaires don't do that. They live in homes they can afford, drive cars that get the job done, and spend money on things that actually matter to them. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're building wealth for the long term. The key here is being smart about your choices. When you live below your means, you save and invest the difference. So instead of buying that expensive car or going on a shopping spree, you put that money towards something that will grow your wealth, like savings or investments. It's about creating financial freedom so you don't have to worry about money constantly. If you can make small changes now, like cooking more meals at home or cutting back on unnecessary subscriptions, you'll be amazed at how much you can save and how quickly your financial situation will improve. The next lesson, allocate your time and money efficiently. Now most people think money is the most important resource, but the truth is, time is just as important, if not more. Millionaires understand this. They don't waste time on things that don't add value to their lives or their wealth. They focus on activities that move them closer to their goals, whether it's learning a new skill, growing their business, or spending quality time with family. When it comes to money, they're just as strategic. They don't spend it impulsively on things they don't need. Instead, they plan ahead, set budgets, and make sure their money is working for them. Whether it's investing, saving, or paying off debt, every dollar has a purpose. So think about how you're spending both your time and money. Are they going toward things that will help you reach your goals? If not, it might be time to reassess and focus on what really matters. Lesson number 3. Financial independence is better than displaying high social status. We've all seen people showing off their new gadgets, designer clothes, or fancy cars, right? And sure, it might seem like they've made it. But here's the kicker. Millionaires aren't out there trying to impress others with flashy stuff. Instead, they focus on building financial independence, meaning they have enough money saved and invested that they don't need to work for a paycheck anymore. The truth is, financial freedom gives you way more control over your life than impressing people ever will. Millionaires prioritize long-term wealth over short-term status. So instead of blowing your cash on things that just look good for a moment, start thinking about how you can build up assets, like investments or businesses that will give you the power to live the life you want without relying on anyone else. The next lesson is a big myth we need to bust. Your parents' economic status does not dictate your financial future. It's easy to think that if your parents didn't have a lot of money, you're stuck in the same situation. But that's simply not true. Millionaires come from all kinds of backgrounds. Some grew up with wealth, while others came from humble beginnings. What matters most is what you do with the opportunities you have now. Your financial future is in your hands. By making smart choices, saving consistently, investing wisely, and developing a growth mindset, you can create wealth regardless of where you started. It's not about the hand you were dealt, it's about how you play the game from here on out. Next, let's talk about choosing the right occupation. Now, this doesn't mean you have to chase after the highest paying job you can find. In fact, the most effective path to wealth isn't always through a high salary, it's through occupations that offer the potential for long-term wealth accumulation. Millionaires often choose careers or businesses that not only pay well but also allow them to build assets, whether that's through stock options, entrepreneurship, or owning a piece of the company they work for. It's about picking something that grows with you. Maybe it's a job where you can rise to a leadership position, or maybe it's starting your own business where you have control over your income and growth. Focus on occupations that help you create value and build wealth over time. not just a paycheck that gets spent the moment you receive it. Now let's look at one of the most important lessons. Be entrepreneurial. And I don't mean you have to start a huge business to make it big. Being entrepreneurial is really about having the mindset of an owner, no matter what you do. Millionaires think outside the box and look for opportunities to create wealth, even if it's on the side. Whether it's launching a small business, investing in real estate, or starting a side hustle, they understand that the more ways you can make money, the faster your wealth will grow. It's about spotting opportunities where others see obstacles. So even if you're working a regular 9-to-5 job, ask yourself, how can I start something on the side? What skills do I have that can turn into extra income? When you think like an entrepreneur, you open the door to multiple income streams that can lead to greater financial freedom. Lesson number 7, economic outpatient care. It sounds complicated, but it's really just a fancy way of saying that giving your adult children constant financial help can actually hold them back. Millionaires understand that in order to build true wealth, you need to be self-sufficient. And while it's natural to want to help your kids, giving them too much financial support can prevent them from learning how to manage their own money or work for what they need. Economic outpatient care happens when parents provide handouts to their grown children, whether it's paying for their bills, funding their lifestyle, or bailing them out of debt. The problem is, it stops them from developing the skills to become financially independent themselves. Millionaires focus on teaching their children how to be responsible with money, and encouraging them to stand on their own 2 feet. So, instead of offering constant financial support, focus on teaching the principles of financial independence that will last a lifetime. The next lesson plays a huge part of building wealth: investing wisely. Millionaires don't just stash their money under a mattress or keep it in a low-interest savings account. They know that in order to grow their wealth, they need to invest it in things that will make it work for them. Whether it's stocks, bonds, real estate, or starting their own business, investing is how they build their financial foundation. Millionaires aren't looking for get-rich-quick schemes. They make smart, informed decisions and take a long-term approach. They research before they invest and avoid risky, high-stakes bets. The goal is steady, consistent growth. So if you want to start investing, take your time to learn the basics. Start small, be patient, and focus on building wealth slowly but surely. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Here's an important one. You are not what you drive. It's so easy to get the idea that a flashy car and other luxury items say something about who you are or how successful you've become. But here's the truth. Millionaires know that cars are just tools. They get you from point A to point B, and that's about it. The more expensive the car, the more money you lose in depreciation the moment you drive it off the lot. Millionaires often drive older, paid-off cars or models that are reliable but not flashy. Why? Because they know the real wealth comes from investing in things that grow, like property, stocks, and businesses, not in something that loses value as soon as you buy it. So, instead of focusing on impressing others with your ride, start thinking about how to invest your money in things that will actually make you wealthier over time. Finally, avoid economic pitfalls. These are the habits and decisions that can set you back for years or even decades. We're talking about things like overspending, piling up debt, making poor investment choices, or failing to save for the future. Millionaires understand that building wealth is about making smart, consistent decisions over time. They don't give in to the temptation of living beyond their means or taking on high-interest debt. Instead, they focus on budgeting, saving a portion of their income, and investing wisely for the long term. So the next time you're tempted to splurge on something you don't need, or take on a loan for something that won't help you build wealth, remember? True financial security comes from avoiding these pitfalls and sticking to a solid, disciplined plan. Those are the 10 powerful lessons from the Millionaire Next Door. Simple, practical steps that can transform your financial future. Remember, it's not about instant success or flashy appearances, but about making smart, consistent choices over time. Whether it's living below your means, investing wisely, or focusing on financial independence instead of status, these principles are the key to lasting wealth. And the best part? You don't need to come from money to apply them. You just need to start where you are, with the mindset that you control your financial destiny. If you found these lessons helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more actionable financial advice. It's never too late to take control of your financial future, so start today and take one step closer to building the wealth and freedom you deserve.